Magdalene Wanjiku has been smiling all the way to the bank. The tea farmer based in Othaya, Nyeri County is among hundreds who received their bonuses in December last year, the highest paid out by any tea factory in the country.
Bonus tulipewa 57. Sasa hata next time labda watupe even 100 tutaweza furahia.
They are crediting the Gituge Tea Factory for their joy. The mill parted with 57 Kenya shillings per kilogram of tea, up from differing prices in yesteryears of 46, 38 or even lower prices.
Watuongezee hii ya mwezi, agarau tupate 27 hivi 30. Tutafurahia sana.
Tutaweza kusomesha watoto wetu bila shida, kuna wengine hawajajega.
The payouts follow numerous reforms implemented in the sector. Mudhoni Waithanje is a chairperson of the Gituge Tea Factory Board. She attributes constant deliberations between brokers and farmers on changing market trends and needs as the reason for success.
They keep coming to check and telling us how to improve. We listen. And so all this interaction with the stakeholders makes the production very good because everybody knows the product that we are making.
The collapse of the Sri Lankan market that supplies the global market with orthodox tea due to political instability has been a blessing in disguise. It has provided the factory with a smart investment choice after the creation of high demand and minimal supply for the product.
Normally we produce 30% or less of orthodox tea, but this year we produced a lot more, like over 200% of what we produced previously. And because orthodox was selling very well. And why orthodox was selling very well, there was such high demand, sometimes we were overwhelmed, is because when Sri Lanka's market crashed, then the buyers learnt about our orthodox, so then the demand just came suddenly.
But what is the difference between orthodox tea and CTC, otherwise known as just tea, in other factories?
Orthodox tea is a rolled tea. 2 leaves and a bud, and then it's rolled. Then it's oxidized, and then fired, and then graded. So we say it is whole leaf. CTC tea, it's cut, teared, and curried. So it's cut into small particles. So unlike the orthodox, which is whole leaf, CTC tea is broken.
However, the factory's management says that the production of orthodox tea is not a silver bullet in solving the problems ailing the sector.
What we need to do now is really put our feet in the shoes of the farmers as directors and make sure that there is no hemorrhaging of resources. You know, servant leadership. This sector has a lot of money and a lot of temptations. So people, and then it has a lot of predators because people want money and they'll do anything to get it. So we have to be very protective of the farmers' money.
Orthodox assisted us in paying bonus for last financial year, 57 shillings and 30 cents. And yes, it is one of the major factors that will assist factories. Why? It is because orthodox is a way of diversification. So when you have the CTC and orthodox tea, if one product is not doing well in the market, then the other might come in handy.
Ile kitu ilikuwa ikifanya wakulima walalamike ni juu ya uongozi. Madirector walikuwa wamejiwekea muda mrefu, hata miaka 15 unaweza kuwa director. Lakini wakati tulikuja kugeuziwa hii kukakuwa sasa ni term 2. Kwa hivyo unaweza tu simama mara 2 na ni miaka mitatu. Hapo tukaona ni sawa.
The success stories of farmers at Gituge is nothing but a pipe dream for farmers like George Wambugu. The 41-year-old tea farmer at the Irene Tea Factory, some 4.5 kilometers away, is distraught. He cannot understand how his neighbors received a payout of 57 Kenya shillings as bonus, while they received a mere 38 Kenya shillings.
Reform wakati ilikuwa inakuja, tulikuwa tumeelezwa mkulima atalipwa pesa ya maana, atalipwa pesa nono. Tulikuwa tumeambiwa mambo ya booms. Lakini niwaambie ukweli, pesa ile wakulima walilipwa hata hawakuweza kulipa madeni yao ya green feather, madeni yao ya bank, madeni yao hata ile ya microfinance hawakuweza kulipa. Hiyo ni pesa kidogo sana. Na tunauliza kwa sababu tuliambiwa mambo ya reform. Hii reform kwani ilienda kwa directors ama ilikuwa ya mkulima?
Wambugu says the low cost of production that contributed to success at Gitugi is something to think about if their fortunes are to change.
We have so many projects, we have so many farms, lakini tuko na kuni zetu ambazo tulikuwa tunakata from year 2022 year 2023. Lakini bei ya cost of production haikupungua. Tuko na electricity yetu ya hydropower pia haikupunguza bei ya tea production. Again, tuko na manyumba ambayo tunakondi, tuko na mbuzi, tuko na nyuki, lakini hizo zote hazikuweza kupatia mkulima wa Iriaine pesa ya maana compared to our neighboring Getuge Tea Factory.
We try to be very efficient in the turnaround vehicle time. We are always monitoring the consumption, the maintenance of vehicles, and we are also frugal in our expenditure.
The Tea Board of Kenya, on its part, has cited tea hawking as another factor that is contributing to dwindling returns for farmers. Their concern being with tea factories buying tea from farmers not registered to them, tea theft in tea factories, as well as factories producing tea that is more than their licensed capacity.
If you are licensed to be producing 5 million or process 5 million, we have gone to some factories, you find they are processing 15 million. Some of the areas we are looking is not just the farmer selling. The farmer himself have their own employees. The employees are stealing from the same farmer, akipeleka kule buying center, anachukua chai ingine, anaweka kando. So there is a whole thing. Some areas we have gone where you find you wake up in the morning, na chai yako imechunwa usiku. So there is that question of insecurity. Hiyo imechunwa usiku inaenda wapi?
Kamau Mwangi, K24 from Othaya in Nyeri.